Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making a classic Indian sausage chutney. So I have on the stove here my oil heating at medium heat, and for this recipe we're going to be using hot and spicy sausages. I have already washed the sausages and cut it up, and now I am placing it in the pan to fry. That is the first step for this recipe. Okay, now we are going to leave this to fry on medium heat until it's fully cooked and browned on the outsides. Okay, so the sausages are still frying, and now we're going to turn it halfway in between cooking to make sure all the sides get done evenly. It's looking lovely and golden brown there. And we're just going to turn them off. Make sure both sides are done. So I've turned them all over. Now we're just going to wait for these to get done, and then we can get started on the chutney. Now the sausages are done. They are browned nice and evenly on all sides. We're going to remove it from the pan and set aside while we are cooking the chutney. Just taking it off the heat. Okay, so we have our sausages here. We're going to keep it aside, and then we're going to get started with the chutney. Now for the chutney, I have in the pot about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and it's already heated. And now I'm going to drop in 1 onion finely chopped. Okay, so the onion is fried and it's a lovely golden brown. Now we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. We're going to start with 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds, 1 teaspoon of jeera seeds, or cumin seeds, half a teaspoon of tumeric powder, 1 teaspoon of chilli powder, and then we're going to give this a good mix. All the flavors incorporated in there. Next we are going to add 5 green chillies slit halfway, and we're going to add 5 grated tomatoes. And give this a good mix. And now we're going to add about half a teaspoon of fine salt. It's salt to taste, but for this dish I used 5 grated tomatoes, so I'm using half a teaspoon of fine salt. I'll give it a good mix again. Now we're going to leave this to cook on medium heat until the tomatoes are fully cooked, which should take about 10 to 15 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to go and cut up the sausages to add in here. So when the chutney is 5 minutes into its cooking, I add about a half a teaspoon of sugar. What the sugar does is it incorporates all the flavors together. It balances the flavor out and gives it a lovely taste. And I also add in about 1 tablespoon of dried thyme. You can use fresh thyme if you want. You can use curry leaf if you want. But for my dish, I generally use some dried thyme. This dish can be served as a breakfast dish, as a lunch dish, or even a supper dish. It can be served with rice, with fresh white bread, or even roti, whatever you wish. The chutney has been cooking for about 15 minutes, and now we are ready to add in our sausages. I have already cut up the sausages diagonally. You can cut it up how you wish. I just prefer cutting mine up like this. It's beautifully done. And we're dropping it in. And we're going to give this a good mix. Now a quick tip, when adding your salt, remember that sausages generally have salt added to it. So you don't want to add too much and end up with an extremely salty dish. Therefore, I only add like half a teaspoon of fine salt. Now that will also vary depending on the amount you are making. I used 5 grated tomatoes. You can use as much as you want depending on what you are cooking it for, function or just for breakfast or for dinner. Now we're gonna give this a good mix. The aroma is just simply lovely. All the flavors mixed in there together. Okay, we're going to leave this to simmer for about 10 minutes. All the flavor incorporates together. Here is the lovely sausage chutney. Hey, remember, like I said, you can serve it however you want. I'm using brown bread. It goes perfectly with white bread though, but we don't buy white bread, you know, as Indians with our diabetic stories and all that. So we are using brown bread today. And there you have it, a quick and easy dish. It takes about half an hour and you're ready to go. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe for more videos, and please drop a like if you like this video. For any questions, leave a comment down below.